What's up, Swig Squad? T with the Diva here. And I come before you shortly, just for a little while. I gotta see who heard about this young lady named Kane. She is a content creator. I believe she's from here, somewhere in Michigan. Young girl, faced a lot of trauma. She gets online and she talks about how, she had trains ran on her when she was younger, and she done had this disease, that disease. She's allegedly been actually assaulted. Like she's faced a lot of trauma through her young life. She's a young lady. She has 2 children, and she just, everything is content, just kind of like a Peach McIntyre. Everything is content. So she has a baby daddy. His name is Chris. And they have such a toxic bond / relationship / courtship. And they argue, fight, get back together, love on each other, fuss, argue, fight, rinse, repeat, recycle, and do it all over again. So here lately, well, it wasn't lately. It was a couple weeks or so ago. She posted a video because evidently, her baby daddy trashed her house. He tore up everything. He tore up her tables, tore up her TVs. It's just glass and pictures and all kind of stuff all over the place. Tore up furniture, slashed furniture. He just tore her house up. And she was walking through the house, talking about it, talking about how she was going to retaliate, what she was going to do as a result of, and how she was going to get back. And it's just a sad sight to see. But they're young and they're toxic, and I guess they'll stop whenever they grow up. But this girl, she got a page name on YouTube. She is called Table for Two. I don't know what her name is, but when I say she went in and let have on Kane, she went in on this girl so bad. She said Chris looked like George Jefferson. She said, but she cracked a lot of jokes, and they were definitely funny. Check her out, Table for Two. I'm not sure if she got a podcast or anything. I just saw her on TikTok. Table for Two on TikTok. But I'm not sure if she got a podcast or anything like that. But I think she do. But anyway, Table for Two. But Chocolate Girl, she is hilarious. So she went in and let have on Kane. So after she went in and let have, she actually, if Kane really want to be down to earth and kind of just listen to the girl, she really was telling her some real stuff. So she was saying that she could still remember trauma that she experienced in her childhood when she was 7. And she was telling Kane about how her children will remember all of the trauma that she has put them through with her and Chris going through they back and forth and on and off and this and that. And she was saying how it would not be good for the children, and it's horrible for their memories, and that trauma that they experience once they get older, she doesn't have any control over how they process that. And she needs to try to get to something maybe a little more healthy, a little more something with substance. Even if you got to separate from Chris temporarily until you can both get yourselves together and then come back at a later date, just so you're not causing the children all of this unnecessary trauma. Because let me tell you, these kids will remember. Kane, you are a beautiful young lady, but I'm telling you, and I know you talked about the Dean's List, all the positive things that you're doing, and those are great things. However, your kids will remember none of that. They will remember all of that trauma that you and their dad are showing them. So if you can try to stop and intercept any of that from continuously going on, you want to cut it off at some point, at any point, at whatever point. Help those children. But yeah, y'all, tell me if y'all saw this. If y'all saw this girl table for two, and if y'all saw Kane and Chris and his crashing out, and they crashing out on each other. All right, Sweet Squad, this is T with the Diva.